Hey, everybody, this is the Summer Sprint 1987 semifinal between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Rochester Jeffersons. Pittsburgh gets the ball first. Rochester was the number one seed. Hold on one second. I'll be right back. Okay, 2nd and 5. Got a 5-yard pickup. That's a first down. So a couple of runs for 5 yards each that gets us a first down. So 1st and 10 out to the 39. Pittsburgh, like I said, is the underdog here. Pull the standings up. So Rochester only lost once all year. They were 14-1, 1 yard flat pass there. Pittsburgh played them tight though. 14-11 was the final score. Pittsburgh was 9-6. Pittsburgh was Ron Martin's team, and Michael Stuckey took them over. Off tackle left to Gerald Riggs. Now, Rochester has, you see the man in the zone there, Rochester has a 3-4 defense, excellent against the run, good against the pass. And you can't just like run draws to get those zones empty because Anthony will call run on you. Anthony and Michael are two of the best prepared coaches I've ever seen going to a game. They'll go over the tendencies. Anthony's a whiz with that. Michael has his own spreadsheets where he's tracking all this stuff. So this should be a good one. 3rd and 9 here, out to the 40. Gene Lang in the backfield. The Pittsburgh quarterbacks are the Tampa Bay quarterbacks, Steve DeBerg, 1987 season. Crossing pattern to McKinnon is going to be incomplete. So it's tough going in this league set with no dump off. And there's a 37-yard punt and 21-yard return. Look at that punt return card by Kevin Clark. So there's certainly been, if you look at the Rochester season stats, their punt return yardage was fantastic. 576 yards for the year, averaging 12.5 yards a return with 3 touchdowns. There's a flare left to Ron Wolfley, but Wolfley. Yeah, Wolfley. Incomplete. Linebacker was a 5. White die was a 5. 2nd and 10. Rochester already near midfield without even gaining a yard, thanks to that great punt return. There's a draw call, and Mike called run. So that means there was 2 men in the zone instead of 1. It would have been at least a 4-yard pickup. I don't know who his base defense nose tackle is. Check that real quick. That is Bill Pickell, who was a 4. So that would have been a 9-yard gain if he hadn't called run. 3rd and 12. Earl Farrell in the backfield. Now, the Jeffersons, this is summer sprints, 10-unit draft league. You draft units. Units are like groups like quarterbacks, offensive line, defensive linemen. Those are all different groups. Crossing pattern to Odessa Turner. The last quarterback group taken was by Rochester, and that's these Raiders. They picked the Raiders quarterback, and they've been very effective for them. And it rolls into the end zone. So Pittsburgh gets the ball back, 1st and 10, no score. Close my windows up. Pitch out left to Gerald White. It's going to pick up 2. Guessed wrong. He's got that plus 29 on 6. Sure, he'd love to hit that a couple times tonight. Second and 8. Fly to Willie Galt, double covered. Incomplete. A run call there would have been a receiver reading. That could have been good. Galt has a really nice card. Some long gains or good yardage on 2 through 7. Guessed wrong. Third and 8. So both these teams will struggle to move the ball at times. So you're looking at turnovers. Look at that, 3 6s at linebacker by Rochester. Going deep to Galt again, incomplete. Hoping for that 4 or 5. So big plays. You need a bombs like that to hit, or one of these punt returns. Here's a 14-yard return. So it's into Steelers territory. Big plays, turnovers are going to let you know who wins this game. If you're Pittsburgh, you just want to keep it close as long as possible. Flare left to Wolfley. It's going to lose yardage, lost 3. Second and 13, he's going 3-3-5. That is not allowed. And I'm sure he'll say something. It's up to the opposing coach to say, oh, no, it's not 3-3-5. Just showing that. It's 3-4. Off tackle right to Charles White. Guess wrong. Nobody in the zone. Short gain on the quarterback's card. On the running back's card. Into field goal territory, just at the edge. Field goal kickers only 2 through 7, 11, and 12 from 23 to 32. Farrell's in the backfield. Quick out right to Rob Walt. That's going to lose yardage just like last time. A 3-yard loss on first down, and we'll see what happens. 1 second. He had a short gain on the halfback's card last time. Charles White ran for 16 yards. Can Earl Farrell hit a short gain? Or will it be guessed right, even if he does run? Deep to Earl Farrell, correctly double teamed. 3rd and 13. That would have been incomplete either way. And look for him maybe to run to get into that better field goal range, get back into that better field goal range, or flat pass. Bomb to Stephen Baker. Sorry, not Stephon Page. And that's incomplete. And he's going to go for the coffin corner. And it's down to the 10. Incomplete on first down. Guessed right. Second and 10. Will Height and Riggs in the backfield. Off tackle draw. He uses the draw. Gets 4. Third and 6. Screen left to McKinnon. And not going anywhere. Just picked up a yard. There's the punt. It's going to be tough to flat pass and run against this team. The excellent run defense and the 6 linebackers stopping the flat pass. 21-yard return. It's 3 returns so far, averaging 18.7. A couple of 21s and the 14. Post to Jay Novacek, guessed wrong. Covered. Oh, forget about it. It's a touchdown. Covered by it doesn't matter because it lands on the quarterback's card. Guessed wrong. Guessed right would have been touchdown, a long gain anyway. So Rochester goes up 7-0. The extra point's good. Animation just skipped right over that, and we're at the kickoff. So there's one of those big plays. Pittsburgh would like to get a drive going, a scoring drive going, of course, but also to even just flip the field. Quit giving the great field position to Rochester. 7-0 Jeffersons. 2nd and 4 after a 6-yard run. That was the first round pick of the Steelers, these New Orleans Saints linebackers. Michael's well aware of him. I think he won a Stockley championship with the Saints. Defensive nose tackle +1 or +12. Picks up 1. He's a 6. So he's got 6s at linebacker, 6s on 2 of the 3 defensive line positions, and 1 6 at cornerback. And the positions covered by a 4 is just Willie Gault. Quick out right to Clarence K. He's calling runs. Going to get a guess wrong. Pick up and the first down of the game, I believe, or second first down of the game. Let's see. For Pittsburgh. Yeah, second first down of the game. DeBerg 3 of 7. Wilson 3 of 7. Wilson's got 20 more yards after connecting on that bomb. Off tackle right picks up 4. Needs to hit an edge, get a big play of his own. Get that 29 on a end run to Will Hyder, 44 on an off tackle to Riggs. Off tackle right to Riggs. Short gain. That's the start. No one's in the zone. He's going to carry it down to the 42. Sticking with that pro set, Will Height and Riggs. Winner of this game advances to the Summer Sprint Super Bowl. Quick out left to Clarence K. There's nobody there as the linebacker was putting pressure on the line of scrimmage. That's going to be a 12-yard pickup. So even though you can't really flat pass a lot on the D cards against this group, you kind of need to, because that's the strength of the quarterback. Just checking to see if anybody's here. And Arbor's here. I'll add him in, but I think they're just listening. 7-0 Rochester. A 15-yard pickup there. Did he call draw? I must have called a draw. Yep. So he got the brackets, give him that extra 10-yard boost. Two-yard pickup guessed wrong. 2nd and 8. Throwing at those flats will maybe cause Anthony to leave his linebackers home a little bit. Off tackle right to Riggs. Nobody there, but the no sec is going to make the play. It's 3rd and 8. Three-three-five showing blitz. If he brings the house, that's a lot of pressure. Incomplete on a quick out right. He's trying to anticipate that pressure and hoping to throw to an empty flat, which would have been a touchdown. The field goals are shaky on this team. Eddie Murray only 2 through 7 from this range, but he nails it. So 7-3. Pittsburgh gets on the board. Quick out left to Bob Awalt, incomplete. And Michael's got to hope for some 3 and outs here and try to keep the ball in a decent field goal. What am I trying to say? Decent. I'll take a left to Farrell. That's just good stuff there. Field position. He needs decent field position with that meager offense, so that he doesn't have to go too far to get some points. One of the reasons why Pittsburgh took that special teams unit, not special teams, the kicker punter unit, is because the punter was so good. But if he keeps kicking to that great punt returner, it kind of negates some of that. Third and 12 now. Incomplete flat on first down, stuffed run on second down. Crossing pattern to Odessa Turner, and the play's going to get made by the correct double team. There's a 43-yard punt. Fumble by Dennis McKinnon, but the offense recovers. If it's late in the game, you might want to try to return that, but not now. Risk of a refumble is too high. There's a 6-yard flat pass to Gerald Riggs. So you can kind of see the pattern here. Pittsburgh's going to try to dink and dunk their way down the field with some runs mixed in. Maybe hit a big run. Try to make it third and manageable most times. There's an 8-yard flat pass wrong. That's going to pick up another first down. I'm getting these out of sync here. So 1st and 10 out to the 43. Pitch out right to Gerald Wilhite. Doesn't hit the 29, but he gets 6. 2nd and 4. Just keep moving the ball, picking up those first downs, and see if you can get into the end zone. Off tackle right to Riggs, guess wrong, good at 5. 3rd and 4. Sweep to Riggs, guessed right. And that's going to pick up 2 yards, sitting at 4th and 2. Michael is not one to gamble this early, I don't think. Yeah, so he's going to punt it away, try to pin him deep. Goes for the coffin corner, but doesn't get it. And he's going to roll into the end zone. Oh, maybe it wasn't. Maybe he didn't go for the coffin corner. So 1st and 10 Rochester at their own 20. Slant to Rob Awalt, correctly double teamed. Good double there by Mike. Quick out right to Awalt. It's going to pick up 5. So the offense are pretty similar. I just think that the guess wrong bombing and of the Jeffersons, that needs to be matched. Pittsburgh needs to pick its spots. If they sense a run call coming, throw it deep, even if they're covered by a 6. You're going to need some juice on that. I think DeBerg's card is very similar to Wilson's card. Deep, quick slant to Awald, linebacker in zones, not moved. Good job. And that's going to be another punt. And the Bears have a decent punt returner. Let's see what he does. Just gets 2. He's got a touchdown on 3. That could be a potential big play in this game. Down to 5:06 in the 2nd quarter. 5 minutes to go to halftime. Curl to Willie Galt, correctly doubled, and Bruce Smith's asterisk rating comes in. The Pittsburgh Steelers have all 7s on the offensive line. That's the Miami offensive line that protected Marino in 1987. All 7s except the 5 by Tom Toth. But that was the asterisk rating, and that goes against the linebacker or the halfback. There's no blocking back or fullback or halfback there with any kind of decent run pass block rating. Pitch out right, trying to hit that 29, misses it. 3rd and 18. 3-3-5 now. All those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 7 6s on the board for the Rochester Jeffersons. Some nice pieces to maneuver. You're not breaking contain unless he brings one of those guys or uses them to double team, which I don't think he will. Then you got a free safety 0 who's got to double team somebody. That's everybody covered by a 6 plus the guy double teamed. He runs it up the middle, picks up 4, is content to punt it away. but you gotta take a chance and throw deep, even if the guy's covered by a 6. Maybe you want to save it till it's guessed wrong. Here's a nice punt. That's a nice spot. Picks up 8, so they'll start at the 16. Pitch out left to Charles White, correctly called, but he still hits a short game. Those are annoying, but that's why they have those cards like that. Could have been a loss of a couple, but it doesn't have a bad card. Even guessed right. No -7s, no -8s. Another 2-yard pickup. Guessed wrong this time. That'll take us to 2nd and 8. Fly to Lionel Manuel. Defender X or +27. He's covered by a 4. It's a white die 5, so that's going to connect. So that's the difference between those cornerback 6s and the cornerback 4s. The Hounds are barking. 7-yard pickup on a guess right flat pass. So he's got to use an outside linebacker and free safety to cover those wide receivers that are being guarded by 4s. And that opens up the middle as he has to slide the middle linebacker over. Second and 3. Fly to Lionel Manuel, guessed wrong. Hits a blank. Looking to repeat that guessed wrong bomb. Third and 3. Taking their time getting the play set up. To go blocking back halfback with Charles White and Ron Wolfley in the game. Three, 4 base. Pitch out left to White, guessed wrong. No gain. 0 on White's card, guessed wrong. It'll be 4th and 3. You're kind of in no man's land here. You do have the lead. It's 122 left in the half. You have a great defense. So you might think about going for it. But then you set them up with a really good field position if you miss it. And he'll punt. Going for the coffin corner. Out of bounds at the 4. So now you as the Steeler fan, maybe you don't want him to try too hard to score here and waste carries since we got 5 Wilhite carries left. He brings in Gene Lang, so maybe we're going to see some Gene Lang runs here. See if he hits that plus 23 linebacker, plus 28 off tackle. Then maybe you change your strategy. Rochester might want to use their timeout too to force that punt up the middle of the lane, as we predicted. Goes nowhere. Defense does take a timeout. So if they go 30, then 22, then they punt, they'll get the ball back with 15 seconds left. And with that great punt return card, they might already be in field goal range, close to it, with just a couple plays to go. Yeah, Rochester certainly looks like the favorite in this tournament. There's no holes against that defense. If you're going to win it on offense, you got to do it on your own cards. Up the middle, Gene, the dancing machine again. Picks up another 2 yards. Or did he not get any yards that first run? I guess he didn't get any yards that first run because it's 3rd and 8. He got 0 yards. My bad. So one more run, then a punt. Oh, he gets 8 yards thanks to the blocking of the center. First down. Let's see if Pittsburgh uses timeout now. Oh, they let it run. I'll just take a knee now. Happy to still be just a single score away, down 4 points. And it's a long kickoff here. Start 3rd quarter. We're just rolling right on. And Rochester gets the ball at their own 36. Quick slant to Awalt. Going to pick up 5. Quick out left to Awalt. Gets strong. It's going to pick up 12. Awalt has got 5 receptions so far for 26 yards. Bomb to Stephen Baker, covered by 4. Guessed right. Oh, man. Incomplete. Landed on the interception split. And another bomb. This one to Lionel Manuel, and it's incomplete on the receiver reading. So he's picking his targets against an average pass defense and the 4 cornerbacks that go along with it. Now long to Earl Farrell, another one, and just misses a pick on the quarterback's card. Go big or go home. He was trying to shoot for it. A pick six would be huge. It would have been huge for the Steelers. Here comes the punt. Coffin corner. It's going to go out of bounds inside the 10, down to the 6. Look out left, Clarence K. We haven't seen any bomb attempts, I don't think, from Michael. Or maybe one. And he was double covered. One to Galt, and he was double covered. Got to fire it up there to K or McKinnon. The backs, can they go deep? Maybe get lucky and catch a back that's been covered by a linebacker that's moved. Oh, there's a quick slant to Clarence K, and that's a 8-yard pickup. So if you get a bomb guess wrong, if you get that receiver reading, you can make a big play. It's 5, 6, 7 yards at a time. Makes it tough. Up the middle, guessed wrong, 16 yards. 3rd and 2, cashes in. That's right, would have been 0 yards. Well, he's out of the hole. Now trying to find some consistent chain movers. Pitch all right, looking for that plus 29. Doesn't get it, but he gets 7. 2nd and 3. Get that Gene Lang in here now. Don't waste one of your premium Wilhite carries. It's got Riggs. Riggsy's got 13 carries left. Pretty good guess right, too. Plus 3, plus 4. Maybe this is when you spring the bomb on him when he's expecting a run call. Cat and mouse game is what makes this game great. Up tackle right to Riggs. Doesn't call a draw. There's a 6th linebacker in the zone. Snap fumble. Defense gets it. That's exactly what you didn't need. Jabber's got a 7.3 snap fumble rating, and it was a 7. So that gives Rochester the ball in prime territory. That's another reason why you might throw it deep, just to keep your drive shorter. Some long plays in there, because eventually those dink and dunks, interception, a fumble, a receiver fumble, anything can derail it. There's a 4-yard pickup. Bill Pickell makes the play. It's 4 rating against the White Tie 4. Second and 6, 9 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Seven-yard connection there. Guess right on 1st down. And there's a dreaded 5 on a guess wrong run. That'll bring up 2nd and 10. Baker and Manuel are covered by 4s. Fly to Manuel. Guessed right, covered by 4, incomplete. You wanted that 8 or 9, defender X or long game. That was a white die 5 against those 4s would have made it. Okay, 3rd and 10. Not showing blitz. You got a 0 free safety back there. What are you doing? Blitz him. Double with him. Something. He goes for the run, trying to get into better field goal territory. Here comes Gary Anderson at the 22, right at the edge, and he gets it. Let's see what the adjustment was. Did that make a difference in the play? I think yes. It was a -5, so it wouldn't have made a difference. But they have a 7-point lead now. Steelers take over on their own 25. 6 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Off tackle draw right, and that's going to pick up 8. You did have a linebacker there, so good move. Walking back, +2 or -3. No help from Gerald Wilhite, 0. That goes back 3 yards, and that would have been a 1-yard pickup if he had run a draw there. Unless I missed it and he called run. I didn't miss that. So here we go. 3rd and 5. Pro set. 6 linebackers everywhere. Sideline left to McKinnon. Single covered at least. Short gain. Steve DeBerg with the big one. That takes it out to the 42. Moves them chains. DeBerg's got a decent long pass guard. 4 and 5. You can get him guessed wrong. You pick up the 2, 3, and 12, and the receiver reading on 6. So not that great, but I have a feeling you're going to need it at some point. There's the 1-yard pickup on an end run, trying to hit that +29. Looks like he might go the whole game without seeing it. 3 unfatigued carries left for Wilhite. Quick out right to Clarence K. 2 men in the zone. Guess wrong. My card, your card. Goes in the D card. If he left the 6 home, it would just been a 1-yard pickup. Third and 9. We got a spectator joining us. Let's see if there's anybody in the broadcast. Back to Ann Arbor. Muted. Yeah, we'll add him in again. Feel free to jump in, Tyke, if you got something that you want to point out. 3rd and 9. 3:18 to go in the 3rd quarter. Rochester with a touchdown lead. To Berg, short pass. 4, 7, 9. Bombed Ron Morris being double covered. Incomplete. They were incomplete on a short pass too. But at least he flipped the field a little bit. If he can get this down and it's not returned a whole bunch. Another 21-yard return. That's like a mini long gain every time that he gets back there for the punt. So all that field flipping is not helping him too much. What he needs is to stop the drive here, force a 3 and out, get a kick with punt return touchdown of his own. Pittsburgh, that is. If Rochester gets a 2-score game, or 2-score lead, it's going to be really tough to come back on this defense. The formula to beat him is keep it close as long as you can and then win it in the end. This is the Pete Carroll kind of game. First and 10. Off tackle right. One man in the zone. It's going to keep it to a 1 yard gain, or 4 yard gain, excuse me. Tackle makes a block. His guard's a 0. The run blocking besides that's really good. 2 zeros, I mean, the center and the guard, the center and the right guard. So you got a 6, a 5 at right tackle, 6 at left guard, 5 at tight end, and a 4 at the second tight end. That was a guessed right run for 1 yard. Like, I'm not letting him run guessed wrong all the time. Steelers do have good against the run, average against the pass. Pitch to Lionel Richie. There's 6s there, and that'll be incomplete. -3 or -1. So they'll have to punt. There's a 3 and out, and now they're hoping for block punt. That's almost as good as a kick return, punt return touchdown. But now Rochester gets the ball. Can they advance it? Nope. They are not able to advance the ball. They choose no. Kicking team recovers. Yeah, they had a chance to try to advance it, but they decided not to do it. Just keep it there. And that's flips the field and gives great starting field position for the Steelers. The best start of the day. Turnovers, big plays, special teams. Part of the formula. Curl to Willie Gall. 13 yards. Look at that. Steve DeBerg realizes he doesn't have to just throw a flat pass at a 6 linebacker. He can air it out a bit. Now maybe we'll see that guest trying to get that guest run. This will be the last play of the third quarter. See if he goes short again. Coach is taking their time, checking the charts. Sideline right to McKinnon. There's a 0 linebacker this time. So that gets 5 yards. The 6 is coming on the line of scrimmage. Anticipating another short pass, possibly. Huge drive here. The block punt. Can he cash it in for 7? We know the field goal kicker of Pittsburgh is trash. Sorry, Eddie Murray. I love a rainy night, but those rainy nights are sometimes tears from your missed field goals in 1987. 3rd and 7. That was loss of 2. No blocking back. So he trusted DeBerg a little bit. He tried to go back to the ground game. Three-3-5 showing blitz. Quick out right. Nobody there. Short gain, 17 yards down to the 2. What a play. You leave the linebacker home there. That's incomplete. But Anthony says, we used to be called the Rochester Blitzen Jeffersons, and we're going to be blitzing. We're not going to be Donner and Dancer and Prancer. We're going to be blitzing. 1st and goal at the 2. Inside run to Gene Lang. Gene, the dancing machine, takes it into the end zone, does his touchdown dance, and suddenly we have a game. I mean, it was only ever a 1-score lead, but it seemed like pulling teeth to try to move the ball against the Jeffersons. The block punt gave them a short field, and they took advantage. 10-10, 12:54 to go in regulation. A good punt return gets the ball out to the 40. Rochester takes over there. Off tackle draw right. It's going to pick up 4. If he had called run, it would have been 2 men in the zone. It would have stuffed him for a 1-yard loss. But you call run, Wilson hits his flat pass wrong, or you hit the bomb guessed wrong. So you got to be judicious in how you call this. 2nd and 6. Quick slant to Novacek. And Mike left the middle linebacker home. The 6, John Offerdahl, makes the play. Third and 6. Now it's the Rochester offense that's stalling a bit as the Steelers defense makes some plays. Crossing pattern to Odessa Turner, incomplete on the D card. Average D, but it's got some blanks with 4 men in zone. And there is a 38-yard punt, and it comes back for 3 yards after the bounce. So the Steelers will start with the game tied on their 21. Pitch out right to Wilhite. Look for that 29. Is he going to get it? No, not yet. Not yet. Maybe not ever, at least in this game. 2nd and 10. Not showing blitz, 3-4. Clarence Cade's been the target of some flat passes. Willie Gault short. McKinnon short. Running the ball with Riggs. Maybe a draw with Riggs. Lots of possibilities here. It's an off tackle right to Riggs. Nobody there. Picks up 5 on the D card. So 3rd and 5. 3-6 linebackers. Makes this tough even on the best flat pass quarterbacks. You got to get it on the quarterback's card. One situation here, there's 3 wide. You got Willie Gault covered by 4, Morris covered by 0. He tries to go to McKinnon. It would have been incomplete anyway because I'm on the linebacker is 6 in the zone. Incomplete and the punt. Now he's hoping for a little more magic, maybe a fumble punt. Oh, loses a yard. Look at that touchdown on 3. That's looming for one of these coaches. That could be the difference. These defenses keep playing well and forcing punts. We could have a special teams play make the difference in the game. Just making sure the stream is going okay. Quick out left to Jay Novacek. 2nd tight end, and it beats the 5 linebacker over there with the white die 6. Mark Brown gets beat. That's the first down we've seen offensively in a while. There's a negative play. Quick slant to Jay. Oh, not a negative play. It's a quick slant, so incomplete. 2nd and 10. Off tackle draw right and a run call turns that from a -1 guessed right, +7 guessed wrong to a -2 keyed. 3rd and 12. Post to ball at AWOL, covered by a 6. It's intercepted. On the D card, will he return it? Yes, he does. Gets it out to the 40. So 12-yard return. 1st and 10. Steelers have it on their 40, 7:48 to go in regulation. Just needs a bit of magic. It's a fly to Gault. Guess wrong. This could be it. Defender X for long gain. The 4 makes the play. Oh my stars and garters. That could have been it. That was exactly what the doctor ordered. 2/3 chance of making a big play there. And I mean a really big play considering how the offenses have moved so far. Pitch out left, looking for that plus 29. Get 6. Sets up a 3rd and 4. Well high, I think it must be down to one unfatigued carry left. Will he use it now? He's in the game. So is Riggs. Flare right to Gerald Riggs. Single covered. Receiver reading, incomplete. And another punt. Short punt. Is he going coffin corner? Maybe not. 2-yard return. So Rochester has it back. Tied game. They've missed quite a few long passes too. They may be thinking about going deep at some point on this drive. Quick out right to Awalt. Picks up 5. Content now to stick with the flat and the runs. I'll take a left to Farrell. Nobody there, but there is no onside blocker there that's good enough to make the block. Novacek's a 4. White was a 5. So 3rd and 5, containment in effect. We've seen a lot of look-in passes here at that 6. Maybe just keeping him home so he can throw it before this time. Six-yard pickup. First down. Earl Farrell in there, off tackle right, gets wrong. Picks up 4-9. White was a 6. Nose tackle's a 4. He's hammering this side of the line with the 5 tight end, 5 tackle. Second and 1, 3:54 to go. Now he's content to just have a nice long slow drive, get into field goal range. Button hook to Earl Farrell. 7-yard pickup, guess right. That's another first down. First and 10 to 46. 3:18 to go. Next score is going to win this game, folks. I'll tackle left to Earl Farrell. Again, Novacek is derelict in his duties. 4 and a 5. Charles White comes in the game. Pitch out left to White. Picks up 3, guessed wrong. We wanted the other edge where it was plus 23 on an 11. Third and 7. Big play here. 2:06 to go in regulation. Not showing blitz. Will he double? Bomb to Stephen Baker. 1 man back. He's a 0, though. 26 yards. Look at that. Stephen Baker, the first down maker, needed to double team him with the free safety to stop that or to bring a pass rush. 2 minutes to go. What do we say about Rochester's field goal kicker? They are pretty good once you get inside the 22. Gary Anderson. 23-32, 2 through 7, 11 and 12. So there's hope. You can push him back a couple yards. Joe Cribbs comes into the game with Ron Wolfley in a pro set. There is an incomplete pass. Stops the clock. That's good for Pittsburgh. That was a White dive 4 against the linebacker. Only linebacker in the zone was a 4. Second and 10. Still 3 timeouts for Pittsburgh. They need to stop and force a field goal chance. But a couple more yards and it's a 2 through 10. Curl to Lionel Manuel, guessed right, forward zone, incomplete. Look at that. Look at those yards. Long gain, guessed wrong. My, oh my, what a time to make sure you call pass. Now what's going to happen? Third and 10. 3-3-5 now for defense for the Steelers. What a cat and mouse game we have here. Because you could think, oh, he's 3-3-5. I'm going to run it. Make sure I get into the better field goal range. But what if he keys you? Then maybe you want to throw it. Get one of those big 20-yarders to Manuel or Baker. Square out left to Manuel. He does throw it. And it's going to lose yards. This makes it even a better chance for it to be a missed field goal. He's at 8, 9, 10. And it's a 7. So the field goal is good. But Pittsburgh's going to get the ball back. They're going to start at their own 20. They go 3 wide. This is where Steve DeBerg has a chance to show his quality. You got 2 timeouts, and you need to get probably about 60 yards. Bomb to Ron Morris. Intercepted. And that, folks, will be the game. He only had one man in the zone, and he was throwing. He got a guy covered by a 0. A short pass there would have been a short gain. Now you just take a couple of knees and take 3 knees. Those 108, 1 minute, 52 seconds. No, then 45 seconds. So 15 seconds. You punt it with 15 seconds left. That's if you just want to play conservative and just take knees. He runs up the middle. Called correctly, but it's a 5-yard gain. Timeout, Pittsburgh. 1:07 to go, 2nd and 5. Got to stuff the zones, but he could just throw a flat pass or a short pass and end it. You need a high variability play. Take a chance. And you want low risk. So Wilson's one snap fumble is the best you can have in the game. Wolfley's is a minimum fumble running back. So just keep handing it to him, or you could chance it with a flat pass. Inside run to Cribbs. He's going to pick up 4. It's going to set up 3rd and 1. Now Cribbs can fumble a little bit, so maybe he thought he was going to key Wolfley. Now you got 3 things you're going to do: sneak it with Wilson, run a linebacker with Wolfley, run a linebacker with Cribbs. And if you're Rochester, you're just going to. If you're Pittsburgh, you got to flood the zones. I hope you just land on a bad roll. Look at that guest right linebacker by Cribbs. Up the middle to Wolfley. It's going to hit a 0. So he will get a chance. 15 seconds left. It's going to punt it. It's going to punt it out of bounds. So there's always a chance that it doesn't go out of bounds, and instead you're forced to return it. And you get the touchdown. That's what you're hoping for if you're Pittsburgh. Is Rochester thinking about going for it here? If they don't make it, they still only have 1 play to try to get in the field goal range. It'll be a bomb into 2-minute zone. He's going to go for it. Just try to stuff it up the middle. Worried about that punt return or touchdown. Just go short yardage defense and stuff the middle zones and hope that you stuff it. Up the middle to Wolfley. And he's going to get 3 yards thanks to the block of the left guard, and that will do it, folks. So let's get the link out there for the participants. They want to come on and say something real quick. And there we go. So congratulations to Anthony and his juggernaut. And great job by Michael, keeping it close. 3-point game. Had a chance at the end. You almost had it, Michael. That bomb against the 0. That was going to short pass first down, and you're moving the ball. But
I know. If I threw short pass, I would have still been alive. I just didn't feel confident driving the ball down there. That's why I took a couple shots. So, but
fair enough.
Yeah, and
great job stopping him on defense, especially in that 3rd quarter and for most of the 4th quarter. Took advantage of the turnover, got a short field to tie it up, but he just kept hanging around. We got Anthony with us. So how's the new place, Anthony? Congratulations.
Yeah.
It's good. I'm outside now. Remnants of the tropical storm. Last night, I really never heard an owl like that. It was so loud. It chased me inside. So getting used to the country.
Woohoo! That's what you got to get out there with the owls and celebrate. You got the victory.
Yeah, no kidding.
Very nice. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So
nice game, buddy. I mean, you did everything you were supposed to do. I thought you deserved it. That it's that 4 long pass to Galt. That was the chance, and you got snuffed out by the dice. I mean that was the game right there. The Galt long pass wrong.
Yeah, the 4 making the play.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did a really good job on the punt returns. They really pinned me, had me in bad field position pretty much the whole first half. The 21-yard returns and 19-yard returns. Yeah, I mean, I got lucky. You didn't hit any bombs except the 1-5 roll early in the game for the TD. I was very lucky dodging all those bombs, and then finally you got the 26 there.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, got the 26 there. I thought our offensive rolls, if you can hear me okay, it's raining pretty hard. The offensive rolls, I think were pretty rough on both of us all night. you couldn't hit a Will Height, run for your life. He was getting zeros and twos and stuff. And then, and same, maybe pretty much the same with
Yeah.
DeBerg. Clarence K can't catch a flat pass right. He's the best tight end in the set probably. Flat pass right, he can't catch one. Meanwhile, I got off tackle wrongs that I can't get a yard on with nobody in zone. I threw the 10 flat pass. I mean, it had to be 5
Yeah.
times, right?
I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was.
And you were taking aim at the 6 middle linebacker there quite a bit, but most of the time it didn't matter because you rolled those 10s, so it wouldn't have mattered if it was a 4 or 5 or a 6.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
And you had quite a few bombs that you missed in the first half, Anthony. So you had
Yeah.
receiver readings and on the quarterback's card where they just didn't come through. And you were shooting at those 4s, which is a lot easier to do than shooting at the 6s on the other side. But you
Right.
still couldn't hit them. So
Yeah.
very very entertaining game, nice pace. I said the game plan for Pittsburgh was to hang around and maybe get lucky with a play at the end. They got the block punt to help tie it up. But they couldn't get over the hump and bring it home. But man, what a great job by them. Great job, great season that continues for you, Anthony.
Yes. When is your game, Dennis?
I reached out to Brian to see when he wants to play, and I haven't heard yet. So that was just earlier today. So we'll see if we can get it scheduled sometime this weekend.
Okay.
As we put this, the last, we ring out the last few drips of entertainment out of this set before the new set comes out.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. One of the bummers too tonight was I really didn't feel like I moved the ball with the flat passes, just those little 5 and 6s, would have been nice a couple times. And yeah, I couldn't really do that.
Yeah, you're not getting any help throwing at those 6s on the D card. You're not getting any of those
Right.
linebacker and zone
Right.
numbers. You hit it once when Anthony was blitzing the outside linebacker and put a
Yeah.
0 in his place. And then another time you found an empty once or twice to set up the touchdown. But it was tough going, tough sledding.
Yeah, a big help too was Anthony could not complete any third downs. 2 for 14. And I think the
Good point.
26 was one of them, at the end of the game there. But
so
so that really
one of
saved
13
me.
before that. Yeah.
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 Sure couldn't.
A lot of blanks, hitting a lot of blanks on the 4-minute zone D card on your side, Michael. So
Yeah. And there's a lot of blanks on Wilson's card to begin with, so you're going to hit those. But I just couldn't seem to get in an offensive rhythm. I just first downs were rough. I definitely had probably 3 completions on my card, Michael. Flat pass.
Yeah.
I think you just had one. I remember there was a nice one. You had a couple guess wrong ones, but you couldn't. You really weren't hitting the sort of those mainstream guessed right 1 man in zone to your card +5 +6, right? Yeah, you were getting some more sort of empty zone guessed wrong stuff. The neither of us could really get in a rhythm with the flat pass to save our lives. I mean, I don't know. I don't have the in front of me, but Wilson had to be 15 for 35 or something today, if I had to guess.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. He was 15 for
you had to
35.
guess. You
Yeah.
nailed it exactly. I got it up on the screen.
nice. And
And if I had to guess, DeBerg was 11 for 23.
yeah,
Not that I'm staring right at it, but
they had a rough time. And Wilson was among the league leaders in completion percentage. I think number 1, number 2, and he just could not get in their. And DeBerg should be, especially the way you play him, Michael. And both these quarterbacks just could not find a rhythm, and it came down to ball possession, not making mistakes. You saw a lot more Earl Farrell there, and that was just because I knew a mistake would lose the game, so I didn't want White in that game fumbling. So
Oh yeah, I was wondering why you had Farrell in there.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, he had bad luck with the dice all day. He had a 9-yard run, and then he was 10 rushes for 11 yards after that. Kept hitting the 1 man on the D card, or a couple successful draws, which ended up with negative yardage.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Your flat pass is so tough. You got excellent receivers, between Ewalt and Farrell,
Yep,
It's tough.
Novacek and Wolfley too.
Yep.
Also are good there. Yep.
And there was one obvious run call late in the game where you threw it to Stephen Baker or Lionel Manuel, and Michael guessed pass. If it was guessed run, it was the receiver reading 6. It would have been a long gain.
Oh,
and it would
yeah,
have iced the game. So that was a nice moment.
Yeah.
So,
Michael, what was sorry to elongate this, Dennis, but how did I end up with my last possession again? How did I end up with the game scoring possession? It was a punt starting that you kicked to the 8 that I returned to the 21 or something. The game winning possession started at the 21. Is that right?
Hold on, I'll pull it up
19.
here.
Okay. Yeah, the 19-yard line.
Then I inched my way to like the 45 or 50, then hit the Baker thing, right?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
And that was a third down play too. And I noticed a lot of times, unlike me, I would have been like using the zero free safety either to double or to blitz. Mike, you were leaving him home quite a bit. What was the thinking there with the zero left home?
Well, actually, it's funny you said it. I had a couple thoughts on that play. What was it, 3rd and 10, or 3rd and 13, something like that. Mm-hmm. But I actually thought about dragging 2 guys deep. I actually thought he would throw deep right there. But I said, I just can't leave him 3-man, if he throws short. Thank God he threw deep, but he hit the receiver that was even a receiver if it was 2-man.
Mm-hmm.
So Dennis, that made me feel a little better. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Even if I dragged 2-man deep, it was still going to be receiver hit.
Yep.
And Dennis, I was so vulnerable. I really didn't want to lose on a zero bomb. You know what I mean? Like, I felt like one play could beat me. And so I kind of left him at home saying, okay, this is really the best I can do. Because if I double one, he can throw to the other. It's kind of 50-50. Plus, he's got a back that can go deep, and also the tight end there, the other Novacek. So I was really so vulnerable deep that I knew he was going to take his shots, even me leaving him there, and I did get one pick, but it was kind of like a punt, an 18-yard punt, which, it gave me much better field position than I was normally getting, because normally you were booting it right into my 10-yard line. And then the funny thing was I had 2 crappy punts and you had 2 great returns. And then the one time I got to the 50-yard line or something like that, I kicked 60-yard punt. And I said, what the heck?
Yeah, right.
The one time I need a short one, I kicked it 60 yards. I said, what?
Well, I mean, because of the block punt, I can't say that I won the punting game, right? But
yeah, I know.
Because that sort of sways everything. But you have the best punter in the game with 1, 2, 3 returns. I mean, you are dialed in to win that battle. We both have a 3 TD, 10 fumble returner, so that cancels each other out. So you were poised to win the punting battle. I was crushing it until the block. I got very lucky in the punting game, and then I gave all it back. Now, I must say, in the regular season, when I just sort of played a scrimmage, a little tournament game against you, Michael, when you first took over the team, in that game, I had 3 block punts. You blocked my in the little scrimmage. So I was fearing it. I was fearing it right from the start, and you got it, and you got 7 points out of it, I believe. So nicely done. But yeah, I mean, I with this team, I like punting. I look forward to punting. It's the first time ever. I love having this defense with a long field. It's a very comfy feeling to have.
Yeah, it is. Those linebackers are great.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did a good job, really pinning Michael back and using that field position to your advantage. So
right,
well done. And neither one of you guys were willing to risk it too much on 4th down until that very last snap of the game.
And the last thing is Gary Anderson. None of these kickers are great,
right.
But he had 2 fringe field goals there, including the game winner, that were could have gone either way. A lot of kickers would have missed him. He's not like he's a great kicker, but he came up clutch. I hope he didn't use all his luck in this one.
I saw. I think it was 2-7.
Yeah, and he hit the 7 to win it.
2, 7, 11, and 12. So he needed 8, 9, or 10 to miss it, and he got the 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I have to check it. I thought.
And that was and
Yeah.
it was 3rd down and 2, and he hit that 10 again for -3 to push him back
I know.
to outside adjustment help. So
Love that 10. Woo.
fun stuff.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, congratulations to you both. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up here, and I'll let you know when the other game's scheduled. If when you guys want to call it, that'd be cool. If not, no big deal.
I will not be around tomorrow night. I'll be around during the day. I'll be around Sunday night. Maybe I don't know what, Michael, your schedule is.
Yeah. I'm around tomorrow night. I won't be around Sunday.
Well, perfect. I'll
Okay.
let you
All right.
both know when we're going to get going. So,
Okay.
all right. I'll talk to you soon, guys.
All
All
right.
right.
Thank
Take
you.
care.
Thanks.
Bye.
Good game, Michael.
Good game, Anthony.
You too.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Remember the stickers?